Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and today we're going to work on some compact mirrors. And as you guys know, I did this one the other day. Well, hopefully I'll probably put this one up first. So this is the one I already did. This is a different kind of compact than these. It's a little wooden. It looks like bamboo to me. It's just a little wooden compact mirror, only with one mirror in it, and then it has a little place where you can put something on the inside there. But this is the one that I already did. Isn't it gorgeous, you guys? I love, love, love the way this turned out. It is so, so pretty. And so I was going through some of my stuff and I thought, you know what, I know I've got a couple more compact mirrors. Maybe I'll do another compact mirror. Well, then I found I had bought a bunch of these at the Dollar Tree at one point. I thought they were so pretty and I decided, you know what, I'm going to do some work on some compact mirrors. These are going to be really easy to do. I've already got a good idea of what I want to do. I'm not painting them, nothing. This one is one of the old Michaels compact mirrors. I don't know if I'm going to do this one today or not. Haven't decided. And then this is one, I think I bought this one at one of those other little off-the-wall dollar stores. And it's just a rectangular one. And so I think I'm going to do this one too, but it's going to be very simple. And actually, honestly, I think all I'm going to be doing with this one is placing this this was a brooch that Debbie over at Bird's Place 21 sent me. And I just think it goes so beautifully with this compact mirror. So I'm going to put this on here just like that. I'm not going to add anything else. I'm going to keep it simple. So that's that one. So anyway, I just love this one. I even used a couple of my little nail stickers to put on there, or decals, I should say, to put on the front of this. Let me see. Let's do this. They're just like little flowers and hearts, but I thought they were so cute. So I decided to put them on the front. And I actually didn't add those in the video. I added them after I finished the video. I thought of it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do that. In fact, I'm going to go grab those decals real quick. Just in case I decide I want to use some. And these are just the little nail art ones. Super pretty. Those are the same as those. And I've got these. These are just some recent ones that I picked up from Temu. I've got those. Aren't they pretty? And these are kind of bubbly, so they kind of have like a 2D experience going on there. And then I also got some butterfly ones, and these are all in just monotone colors that will kind of go with anything. And these are the same as those. So yeah, I bought those, and I'm going to put my book aside. Get that out of my way. And then I've got some other things. I've got some laces over here that we might add into these. I don't know. We'll see. I've got some more of my foam flowers over here and stuff like that to use. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of go with the flow today and do things as I kind of feel I want them to look. I need my picker. I'm going to get out some B7000. And let's see. I might actually just use my big bottle today. I don't want to use up all my little bottles because those I want to have for my rhinestones that Kim sent me with my Hot Fix doohickey. And I can't use Hot Fix on plastic, I don't think, because I think it will burn it. It gets that hot. It will probably melt the plastic, so I'm not even going to try. It says it's for fabric use, so that's where I'm going to keep it for now. So anyway, I just kind of was playing around with these. I've got some bumblebees, and I've got some of my little cherry blossom flowers, and then these are little peonies. This is a peony. And then I also got some of these, and I'm not quite sure what those are. What kind of flower that's supposed to be. They might be cherry blossoms. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. And then what else? Oh, some of my leaves. I've got a bunch of leaves here. And I was just playing around with these already, just kind of trying to get some sort of setup, some kind of way just to see what I wanted to do. And yes, I'm still going to make my flowers like these, but I wanted to give you guys some more ideas of ways you can use them before I start selling them. So I thought I'll do a couple of videos first, and then I will start making a few of them. I'm not going to be able to make a ton because I'm almost out of clay again. Yep, I'm going to put a link in the description menu for the foam clay that I use. Let me go grab my little container real quick. I just grabbed a few more flowers and stuff in there too. It's a fresh one that I just pulled off the thing last night, and then a couple more of those. And then that's a fresh one that I just pulled off that I haven't done anything with yet. It's still wet on the back side. It picked up a little something off the table. And then I just have a few of like little filigree type pieces here that I can use. I wanted to show you guys this, and this won't fit on any of these, it's too big, but I made a couple of these peacocks, and I'm sure you guys have seen them around. I have a mold for these peacocks. And if you guys think that this is something you might like me to mold and sell, just like this, I could do that. Just let me know. Because I can basically, anything that I have a mold for, I can start making some molds or some pieces out of my clay, and I can sell them, you know, so that you guys can use them in your projects. And this one got stuck to that flower. This is just another piece that's got some little flowers, just a little, there's not much to it. But it does have some extra pieces of clay in between here that I will need to clean out if I decide to use them. And I'm trying to just put these all in little piles of the kind of flowers they are, so that I know where to reach to use them. A couple more of these filigree pieces. Oh gosh, and this one, oh, it stuck, but it didn't stick that bad. Still in good shape. So I've got those, another one of those, and think I've got quite enough flowers here to do what I want to do with all of these. And I don't think it's going to take us very long to make these. But this is the clay the foam clay that I use. I love this brand. I love this clay a lot. It works really well. It's by Cal Palmy. Air dries in 24 to 48 hours. This is a 500 gram container. And with as much as I've been doing, this is lasting me really well. Although I did use a little bit from the container that I was running low on. But I still have this much clay in here to make some more stuff. But as fast as I'm making these flowers and things, and the fact that I want to just start putting some of the flowers together and selling them, I'm going to run out fairly quickly. But I will have a link to that clay in the description menu. I made this little fairy butterfly. Isn't she gorgeous? I love her. I love her. And I mean, she would be pretty on one of these, but that's not the direction I'm going. And she, honestly, she has a little, I don't know, she got something on her. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to have to spray her white to cover that up. So, yeah. First things first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read a couple of inspirational quotes. And let's say, let's see, so I don't go on a tangent. Okay, this is a quote by Robin Williams, and he said, "I think the people who have been through the most sadness are the ones who always try their hardest to make others happy, because they know in their flesh what it's like to feel empty and depressed, and they don't want anyone else to feel that way." And I believe that 100% is very true. The prettiest smile, oh, I'm sorry, they didn't type this right. The prettiest smiles hide the deepest secrets. The prettiest eyes have cried the most tears, and the kindest hearts have felt the most pain. How many of you guys think that is true? Put that in the comments. I would like to know if you guys really think that's true. You all know there's a lot of mental health stuff going on in this world right now, and a lot of people going through a lot of pain, and I think a lot of it is being driven by people suggestive things, unfortunately. And okay, so let's get busy here. All right, let's see. What do we want to do first? I've got some pearls here off to the side. I've got so many goodies here to play with. It's going to be so fun. Also, some of these laces I think would just be so pretty to add. And they're truly meant to actually trim all of these laces. And I did trim most of them, but this one I forgot to trim. But I think I might like to use this piece in one of these. So I'm going to quickly go over this and trim it. Just trim the mesh off. And then I might even use the mesh in there somewhere as a little extra embellishment piece, because it's pretty. It's kind of got like a polka dot weave in it, so that would be pretty to add in somewhere. So I'm going to try and keep it in either one big piece or a couple of larger pieces so that I can use it in a couple of spots. And we'll snip that piece off, just, you know, a little piece. The rest of the laces, most of them are trimmed up, and a couple of the ones that aren't are only going to take a second to actually trim for them to be, you know, usable, because they're going to only be used in very small pieces. So yeah, so we'll be good. I think this is probably the only one I'm going to have to do this much trimming on. And it's still not going to take very long. I'm three quarters of the way done already. I was looking for my more precision scissors. I don't see them right here. I might have taken them in the kitchen last night because I was cutting a bunch of stuff. I was cutting the edges off of some of that clay that I was working with. I need to get right here. Clip that off over the trash can because these little tiny pieces I'm not going to be able to use for anything. Let me just snip these off real quick, guys. Okay, so there's that piece. And then I have just these two little pieces that I thought, you know, if I want to kind of take them and twist them up like that, I could just kind of put them in somewhere and have them sticking out almost like feathers or something, only not as delicate as feathers. So we'll leave those there. So here's what we're going to do. I also pulled out one of my silver compacts. I don't know that I'm going to do anything with it. I just pulled it out just because. This one I know I'm not going to do today. And these I just need to set aside because we only want to work on one at a time here. Okay, there we go. And that way I can bring you guys in just a tad bit closer. Okay, so I've got that. I've got some of these great little bits of lace. Let's see, I've got these little shell style lace pieces. I've got some of this lace. I've got one piece of this. Wouldn't that be pretty on one? I think I might actually pull two out right now. But look at how pretty that would be. So pretty. And then put everything kind of on top of it in the middle. Isn't that gorgeous? I have these leaves and some that I cut a little bit bigger that could go on some of these. I have this one little gold piece that would be pretty somewhere. I took out some gold stamens. And then I have this piece here. And I thought, you know what, that might be pretty just kind of going across one. So, yeah, and I've got this, because we all know this would be super pretty on one of them. Wouldn't that be pretty in there somewhere? Yes. Yes, it would. So, we've got all these pretty laces and stuff. These are going to be lacy and flowery and just luscious. So, we are not going to be able to go wrong with these today, guys. There's nothing that can ruin these. Except me. Because I can do that. I like that on the pink. Actually, I think I really like that on the pink. So, And this can go on a pink one. I've only got 2 pink ones, you guys. So, and I don't know, I got these at the Dollar Tree, but I got them probably, I want to say like a year ago, you guys. Literally, like a long time ago. So I'm not sure if they're going to have them anymore or not. I know I have seen them since then. This one, I'm sure going to have to cut that piece off, but I could maybe stick it into another location. But look at that. Look at that. Or actually, look at that on that one. Doesn't that look gorgeous? And it really pops on that blue. Ooh, I might go with that on there. We'll see. We shall see. All right. So let's go ahead and first things first, I think I'm gonna make decisions on these. This I think I will use on this one though. I don't know how that got in there. All right. So look at how gorgeous that is. I love these cherry blossoms that I get over at Bird's Place 21. She is, I don't know if she's still taking orders from her sale, but my guess is if you guys went over to Bird's Place 21, you might still be able to get a few things. So I'm going to say join, and join anyways, even if she won't do any additions to her sale right now, because she will have another one. You guys, it'll be totally worth it. Get joined up and get prepared for the next one. So that way you can get in on the next sale, because, oh my gosh, she had so much pretty lace this time, you guys. I wanted to buy so much more than I could afford. But I gotta take it easy right now. So I'm trying to be careful about what I'm spending. I think I'm going to go, because I used a cherry blossom on that compact that I did yesterday. So I think for this one, I'm going to use the rose. And I could even go, this one's a little bit smaller. Don't ask me why some of them get way smaller than others. It's made out of the same mold. I don't know why. But yeah, they're both perfect, so it doesn't really matter. And these are bigger compacts, so I'm okay with using a bigger one on this. Save the smaller one if I do, you know, the small compact. Just not sure what I want to use to go with it. That's too much, too many big, huge flowers. So I will probably go with one of these, like right there. And then I've also got my cherry blossoms. So let's grab a couple of those. A couple of little ones. There we go. Kind of coming off the side like that. Kind of want to lean these kind of going in an up direction if I can. It's hard. If you're not just gluing them right on there, it's hard. And I'm trying to see what I want this to look like. So it can take a minute sometimes. And then, actually, I really like this one. And they all come out different, oddly enough. Same clay, same molds, but they all kind of come out different when they dry. I think it's the different temperatures, you know, as the temperature changes in the house and the way that they dry. I don't know, but yeah. Pretty sure that has something to do with it. But I'm trying not to cover up all this beautiful lace as well, so let's see. There's a smaller leaf. Kind of like that. And then I'm only going to use the one bigger leaf. So I can use that and maybe this size over there. I'm not going to worry about that they're all perfect. I'm just trying to get placement right now. And then I've got the smaller leaves. We might use a couple of those. So I think that's kind of where I'm going to go with this one. What I could do as well is I could place, let's see, maybe even like one of these in here somewhere coming off like from a spot like that. So let's first of all get this lace glued down, and I know I need more glue in my glue gun. Funny thing is I've got these and I've got some longer glue sticks that are supposed to be the same, but for some reason these glue sticks, the long ones, which I want to use so bad, seem to get to where they don't want to slide through, and I think it's because they're too narrow, and I don't know why. What I'd like to be doing right now is using my other glue gun, and that's what I should have done, is I should have hooked up my other glue gun for today's purposes, but I didn't. So okay, so this is gonna go, we're gonna glue this first piece down right in front of that center clip. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys these. These are some other ones that I got at a dollar store here near me. This one I just I resined the top side of it, you can see, and added some corner pieces on it. But look at this peacock one. Isn't that gorgeous? You almost don't want to do anything at all to this one. And I may not. I may just leave it the way it is. I might even just sell it just like that in my shop so that somebody can use it and do something really, really pretty. My friend LeBray would love it. Okay, so let's finish gluing this down. Now that I've got that first spot in place, and we'll go to these little curly cues, and I'm going to be careful here, so I'm only going to do a small bit at a time, and we're going to put the glue on the lace, not on the plastic. The thing I don't like about this glue gun, or these glue guns like this, is that they, let's see, I've got this extra piece right here, and it hangs over, you can see how it hangs over the gold part right there. I don't want that, so I'm going to have to snip that off. So I'm just going to get over here where I think I've got a good spot to snip, and I'm going to snip it just like that. And try not to have any weird corner pieces here. Just like that. And of course that makes a mess on my mat, but that's okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to take my torch real quick and just quickly hit the edges of that lace so that it doesn't fray. So have your torch handy, or your lighter or something. If you're more comfortable, if you're not comfortable with the torches, just use your lighter. It'll work fine. I like my torches, but I've gotten so used to using them. I don't know why I didn't just close that. I've just gotten so used to using my torch that it's not a problem for me anymore. Okay, so let's see where we need to snip this one. I'm going to open it again and grab it. Just had a really small piece that had to come off that edge. And again, grab my torch. Try not to scorch. Okay. So there's that. Oh. Okay. I want to take this out because I'm going to use this one on this. I'm going to cut out that center piece. I need to remember that before I go and start using one of my other flowers and get ahead of myself. Okay. I'm going to snip one of these off as well. Because I'm not exactly positive of which way I want to go. So I'm going to give myself some options ahead of time. Okay, because I might want to just go in with this somewhere, but I think I'll save this for a different one. Because I mean, I've got 2 pink ones, so the other one, of course, we're going to want to go in another direction. I also have these little sort of rolled roses on this lace that would be really pretty to possibly use. I'm not really going to cut them off right now because I don't know where I want to use them, and I don't want to cut them off if I end up not using them. So there's that. I'm going to take this little piece here, add some glue. And these, you guys, these compacts are not going to be made for sticking in your purse and carrying around and throwing around in your purse and knocking them around. They're just not. These are going to be the ones that you set on your vanity or your bathroom vanity or wherever you think you might like to use it, but not necessarily on or in your purse. Okay, I'm going to pull a few of these out of here. Not a lot. I think I got 4 of them there. But I also don't want them to all end up in the same place. So let's do this. We're going to offset them. And I've got 4 of them here. And then I think something like that would be pretty. So I'm literally going to take my glue gun, put some glue on there, and I'm going to blow on it, and then I'm going to twist. And that was not hot. And now I've got myself a little twisted group of stamens. And let's just go ahead while we're at it and do one more set. And I'm And a couple of these are stuck together, so it's not gonna cooperate with me, of course. Okay, got it. Let's see. So let's just do like that. And then we'll pop those in there. And there we've got another nice little grouping. This is just the way I like to do it, you guys. For me, this is easy. And it works really well because I say that as I pull the glue right off of it. It does work really well, and it's actually still stuck together because there's still glue in the middle there, but I want a little bit more glue on there. So I'm just going to do it like that. There we go. Okay. And then just kind of organize them too so that your long strips don't have the stems kind of going over the top of the ones that are in the front. This one too. Okay. So then, let's see. I want to use one of these other pieces. I've got that, and I've got that leaf, and I have, oh, there's the other one. I thought I had taken one of these out. I've got that, or I've got that, and that looks really pretty. Actually, they both look really pretty. They're both gorgeous. And then I've also got that. So I could go something like that and then sort of start building my flowers around those. Look at that. Oh my word. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my word. Yes, 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 yes. I'm happy with that. So, so happy. Now I don't have to use both of those. I could just do it with just one. So we can take this one. I just need to figure out which way I want it to go, like that. Pop that there. And then we'll put one there. And put one there. And look at how gorgeous that looks. Although I think I did like it better with the leaf in there. So maybe this one just needs to have that leaf. Like that. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to leave this right where I have it and just kind of press it on. I'm not going to worry that it's not like totally glued down over here. I probably should get a little bit of glue on there, but I want it to be able to move if it wants to move a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just kind of feel like sometimes I like something to be able to move, even though it's on something that maybe most people would just glue it all the way down. I'm not always like that. Oh, shoot. There we go. I did get a tiny speck of glue right here, but came right off. This glue, this is the Gorilla Hot Glue, and I have found that if I don't want the glue where I just glued it down, if I pull it off, like where it's kind of set up a little bit, but not very much. If I pull it off, it usually comes off really nicely, and I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about pulling apart the other fabric. It seems to really work out easily in my favor. Okay, and I just put the tiniest amount of glue on there, and we're going to do the same thing on this that I did with the stamens. And let's see, I'm just going to cut the little tip off of that. Doesn't really matter because it's going to be underneath, you know, like underneath the flower, like that. But I want to do this one as well. And honestly, I have I know it's right in this box where I'm at because I had it yesterday. This is a little bit darker, more of a purplish, but I could also use a piece of that in there, although now I think that's a little darker than I want, at least for this one. And then I've just got this little tiny other piece. I only had one piece of this color. So yeah, that's all I get. And I think this one I'm gonna take, because it's got some cuts in it, but it'll sort of fan out that way. So I'm gonna take it and do it just like that. And try and just get this tip. Okay, so we have two little pieces of that. And we've got, I have a bunch of these little leaves, so if I wanted to throw one in, I think it's pretty with one in between these two. So I am going to drop one of these leaves in there. Because like I said, I have a string of these. I mean, I don't have a ton, but I have enough that I can use it just like that. These were all Happy Mail. This was Debbie. These were Debbie, I believe. And these came from, I want to say it was either Kim or Susie that I got these little leaves from. Can't remember which one, you guys, so I'm sorry. If you want to put in the comments which one of you sent it to me, I would greatly appreciate that so that I don't feel like a complete fool. Okay, so this we're going to go ahead. Well, let's see. I think what I'm going to do this the smart way. I'm going to put that leaf right there. I'm just going to get it where I want it right now so that I'm not fighting trying to get it up under that flower. You guys, Susie, thank you for my glue gun holder. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how much I love that thing. I cannot even say how much I love my glue gun holder. And there's not a lot to it, you guys, but wow, it's super awesome. So, Susie, I need you to send me the link to that glue gun holder if you can. if it's an Amazon link or whatever, so that I can put it out there for everybody so that everybody can be as happy as I am. Because I love it. And I'm definitely going to show it to Jeff when he gets home and see if he can make us some of those. For our glue guns, you guys, and then I'll be able to sell them in our shop. And you guys will have access. That's for that one. See, I was going to put this in there too, and I didn't. But I think I can still get it in a nice way. Oh, it looks pretty coming out on top of those leaves, kind of. Or maybe it looks real nice over that. And then if I put this one maybe over on this side. Oops. I don't want it to hang way off though. Maybe we'll put this. Nope. Nope, nope. Maybe we will just stuff both pieces in the same location and have a nice, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually glue these together because it's such a small, thin piece of lace. It kind of barely shows. But if I put them together, they will show up very nicely. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's get that in there. Pop a little bit of glue. And then, which way do we want to go? Oh, goodness. Just like that. There. Perfect. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. You guys, I'm super excited about these. And you know, these are just plastic. But wow, I just thought they were so pretty when I saw them at the Dollar Tree. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to get some of those. And I just never pulled them out to do anything with them. I think it's one of those things where to do certain things, you know how you just kind of have to get yourself in the mood. Now, I don't want to cover up all this prettiness coming out here, so I want to get this in a spot. Let me see. That's a perfect spot. Get enough hot glue on there, you guys, so that these things are going to stick down. But the beauty of this is that, honestly, with that lace on the bottom, everything's going to stick and hold really well, especially if you're using the Gorilla Hot Glue. You guys, the Gorilla Hot Glue is amazing. And then I wasn't thinking about it, but I'm thinking maybe a piece of that underneath that lace. Coming out just like that. So we're going to just put a little strip of hot glue right there. Oh, 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 and it's making it want to separate. Oh, come on, you get in there now. There you go. There we go. That looks pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about these. Okay, So next, I'm going to take just have to decide how I want to do this here. Not like that. I think I need a small one to go in here in this little corner piece, so we're going to go ahead and pop this one in there because it will actually go in there and fit like a glove. Okay. And honestly, maybe we just need 2 small ones there and not use the big one. Maybe we'll do it that way. So let's take a leaf and pop it there, and then a smaller leaf just like that. And then we'll take this one and I want to put it kind of on top of the other leaf a little bit. Just like that. And take our smaller flower and it fits right in there. Wow. You know what? And this is what I love about this foam clay, because you look, I can push that down in there and it like a marshmallow. It does like this. As soon as I let go of it, it's gonna reform. It's not, I'm not killing it and I'm not changing the shape at all. I'm just pushing it in there so that the glue can settle in and hold it in place. But look at that. Oh my word, you guys. This is so gorgeous. Nope. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm only going to use the one piece of the gold stamen in there for now. But I've got some pearls here. I've got these, and I've also got a few pearls on a string. This is all I have left of that, and I've been kind of hoarding it. But I could take some of this and just kind of go in, maybe like make a couple of loops. And have it come off from one spot. Feels like I'm putting everything in this same little spot, but it kind of works. Or I can just take it, I can glue it in there and just kind of come around like that. Or start over here and do it going in this direction. That's pretty. I kind of like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. And on some of these pieces, I may get them glued down with this hot glue. And then I may choose to go inside, and I need to get a stick here. Sorry, you guys, if you're having to stare at my bosom there. I may go in with my B7000 after the fact and glue a few of these pearls down so that they stay in place. But right now I really do kind of have to use the hot glue because it's the only way it's going to stay in place for now. Whoops. So that I can continue to work. Trying real hard not to create a bunch of glue strings, but it's not easy. Okay, now this. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna let that go like that. I'm gonna create another one. And pop that in there. And I have this little pink ribbon, but I'm not, you guys, when the pink is so bright, I always have such a hard time with it. It looks really, really pretty, but I think I'm gonna see if I can locate my other ribbon. I'll be right back. Okay, so next. Now the next one will probably go much, much faster, you guys, because I kind of got a rhythm going. So I just want you guys to know it won't all go this slow, hopefully. Okay, so now we're gonna add some pearls in. So I pulled out some of my pearls, not a lot, just a little, just to kind of add some nice soft pearls to the mix. And honestly, this could probably go really simple. I think I'm going to put a pink one right here. And I'm using my B7000 to do this. I should use both. Yes, I'm going to have to use both. So there's some hot glue. And we'll just press that in there. Let that hot glue take hold. Oops. Too late. It already got the B7000 in there too much. Maybe not. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I didn't just hold it down long enough. Okay. Mostly what I want to use is these little white ones. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a toothpick and I'm going to do what Lori does in Happy Bird's Glitter Nest, and I'm going to use a toothpick just like this. I want one that's a little bit bigger. These are kind of different sized little pearls. They're all little, but kind of different sizes of little. So I'll put some glue right there, and I'm going to put her right there. If you guys hear heavy breathing, that's Holly. She just came in to lay down. Oh, baby. I'll have to see if I can spin the camera around at some point and give you guys a look at her. She's so beautiful. She's just such a beautiful girl. Okay, and then I think I'm going to go right in here with these pearls and add one that's this size. Actually, which isn't much different than the ones that are already there. And I think I want to add one of the bigger. I think that looks like is that a light pink? No, that's a white. I guess this is the only pink that I have, so we're going to use this pink and go to the other side of that. And this works really well, you guys, using a toothpick like this, because you can just easily get it in there, put your finger on it, and pull the toothpick out. Works like a charm. And then, let's see. I don't want a big one right there. I'm going to use one of these in the biggest size. Dot of glue. Spin her around, and I'm just going to pop her down right on top of that leaf right there. And that one's kind of sitting inside a little bit. But maybe what I'll do in this spot, I think I'm going to use 3 pearls in a little arrangement. That one. That one there, and I'm going to use a smaller one, and that noise would be the doggy door. There, that looks pretty. Yes, 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 yes. And then I gotta do something over here, because that, well, you know what, you guys, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe, get my nippers. Oh, I forgot. I'm putting a bow right there. Or actually, no, it's going right there. Okay, so I'm okay. I think maybe I might put one of these little pink and white paper flowers right there. I'm trying to get it so it will, that doesn't look right. Maybe even a small cherry blossom. Let's see, cherry blossoms. Looking for a little one. I know I've got more cherry blossoms than that sitting over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a cherry blossom right there. Because it needs something in between those pearls. And that will hold those pearls back. And kind of fill in that little spot. There we go. I like that. And again, I don't want to use too many pearls, but I do want to get enough in there that it looks sort of elegant, and that's what we're going for today. Where am I? Okay, right here. Put one there. She just cannot make up her mind where she wants to be today. That's the trouble. She's not real happy that I'm working and not playing with her. But we have spent the last 3 days kind of playing and just bonding, basically. And I told her today, Mom's got to work some. And I need to get 2 videos done today. That's my goal anyway. Okay, so I got 3 in there. Oh my goodness, you guys, it looks so, so, so pretty. I think I'm going to pop 1 pearl right in there, and it's going to be a very small one. Yes, right there. Hopefully this isn't too small. It may be. But then again, it may be just perfect. And I think it's just perfect. Okay. And then these 2 pearls are stuck together, but I think that's going to work to my advantage. So I'm just going to put glue on both pearls, going across. And I want to put those right in there to create sort of an arrangement with those pearls. There. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then the other thing that I have out here, oh, number 1 is I do have a bow, and I really wanted to put my bow right there. So I'm going to be covering up some of those pearls if I use the bow. So let's look. And the bow does look very pretty in there. That's with the bow. Whoopsies. I'm trying to get it so you guys can see what it's going to look like. So that's with the bow. Or without the bow. I don't know. Doesn't really need a bow, does it? I think we've got kind of enough going on there, but I do have, where are my little hearts? These, those, and I've got these little hearts here. I got these, I want to say, these are my Amazon hearts. And they're very beautiful, very sparkly, and I really would like to place a couple of them on here strategically. Just going to wipe the glue off my tip here. And I think this is the front here. I think I'm going to put one right here. Make sure I have it facing the right direction. All right, I've got a little tiny dot. I'm going to take a little tiny piece of paper towel here and wipe that off. There we go. That worked out. I'm going to put a heart there. And let's see, right there. And I think I'm going to pull one more heart. These rhinestones are gorgeous. The sparkle in them, oh my word, it is so beautiful. These are really nice ones. They're not Swarovskis, but they have the sparkle like the Swarovskis. And I'm going to put links to all of these bits in the description menu for you guys so that you can order some if you like them. And again, I will have pictures up so that you guys can really see kind of a little more up close what stuff looks like. Oh, what did I do with them? I need one more. Oh well, 4 more. So we'll take this one and put it right there. Okay, that looks amazing, you guys. This is amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Let me see if I can get you into the shine of that crystal. It never works when I need it to. Okay, where's my camera? Right there. You can see them there, but you can't see the sparkle that I'm seeing on them. So what I'll do is I'll take some video with my phone camera, because that's where I can, you know, use my my flash if I need to, and I can really get some good video to show you the sparkle, because I think that's important. Even though there's only 3 little hearts on there, that's okay. It's still important. So that's it. That's our first one. I know you love it. You can't not love this. All right, so let's go. I was looking to see I can watch my grandson play. I don't know exactly what time he's playing today. I think it's 5 o'clock that would be North Carolina time. Anyway, usabaseball.tv, and today is Thursday. I have to think. It was trash day, so it's Thursday. So I want to get on there and watch him play. He'll be playing today and tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, I think. So, yeah. Looking forward to it. But I especially want to get in and watch him play his first game. I know that's important to him. And to me. I love seeing the grandkids do stuff they enjoy. It's a joy for me to watch them do what they... I mean, for him, this is his life's purpose. I just love this kid so much. He is such a good boy, and he's such a kind kid. And just, I just love him. He's so generous to his grandpa, and, you know, it's just awesome. Grandkids are awesome. Okay, so on this one, I think maybe what I'm going to do is, I think I might use, well, that doesn't go all the way across, though. Oh, guys, I don't know. Now I'm stuck. Okay, well, here's what I think we're going to do. I think we're just going to use this piece of lace here. Oh. Oh, which side's the front and which side's the back? This is nice on both sides. But I think this is the front. Yes. I can see just in a couple of spots where the stitches aren't as pretty on the other side. Barely, I mean like way barely. Okay, so now let's just get the rest of this kind of... Now this one we are going to glue down these little curly cues on the end because we don't want those to come up. Because I'm afraid this would get ruined. So we'll just pat her right down, just like that. And then we need to get this part glued down. Yeah, this is a much more delicate piece of lace than what we put on the other one. So we have to be more delicate in how we apply it. So, let's see, how are we going to get a hold of this? This is where I'm hoping my nails will help me here instead of hindering me. Okay. I'll leave those hearts there. So this is the front. Oh, and I have this piece. Let's see, where do we want to put that? Maybe... there, or like right there, coming off of that little stem. Not like that. I think that looks kind of good, and I think it will actually pull the whole thing kind of together just by giving it a little something extra on this side, because it's goes up higher on that side already. Okay, I'm happy with that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so next things next, we are going to make this. I decided, let's see, how do we want to do this, guys? That's the question. I'm going to give us a couple of choices, and I'm going to look at both. And I think I had already decided I was going to go one way, but I don't know. I think I had decided I was going to go with this flower here in the middle. But I have these flowers honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, this goes better with this. But with this being in here and adding that pink, another side of me wants to say, well, maybe we want to go with that. Isn't that pretty? Because remember, we've got 3 or 4 of these blue compacts. So I'm going to be able to do some variations of stuff here. I could add that in there too. That'll be pretty. I just don't want to cover up this other one very much. So I'm trying to figure out what direction I want this all to go in. Now this might need to come out. I feel strongly about that because it's kind of a big pearl. And I want to be able to put this flower like right there. I want this one. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this apart. And it's the only way I'm going to get it to really be exactly how I want it to be. Because then I can put part of this on one side and part of this coming out maybe even over here. Something like that. And look at it's got those twists that come out over there with it. And I think that would look good. Because remember, we've still got other flowers that we want to add in there. We could make that just an all white flower, but I don't think that's what I want to do. I could also take and pop a cherry blossom in the center of that if I wanted to. But I really kind of feel like the pink is really nice to go with the other pinks. This one I feel like is a little too big. I'm just checking to make sure I don't have anything else that might. Now, I really kind of feel like, I really like this one. I've got this one already made, and it's a little bit smaller of a flower. And that looks really pretty too. So far, I think I'm liking this one the best. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with this one, you guys. But first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue these down. And I want to glue these in a location where I'm going to still see those nice little wispy curls. And I'm not going to cover up a bunch of the other stuff. Okay. So we'll just come out right there with that. And then we'll pop this one right there. Perfect. Perfect. And you guys, just in case you're wondering, no, the glue does not melt this foam. I have not had a problem with this foam melting under the heat of the glue. Okay, so there's that. That feels a little too long, but I think this would be pretty. Right. Oh. I'm sorry, I had to snip it, guys. The little stems were too long. And I'll snip the other one before I glue it down. Just like that. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold, 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 hold. Okay. And then let me grab a couple of nice cherry blossoms. Hopefully you guys can't hear my stomach growling. My stomach is growling like crazy today. Well, now this guy is just letting loose. Let's hold it down a little bit better here. Okay, then I think honestly we need well, I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. And we're just going to hold those two down together. There we go. Beautiful. like that one there, so we're going to go ahead. I want to get it up under the petals of these other flowers. So there's that. And notice I have not done any leaves yet, so I hope I don't regret that. Let's see. Just look at this for a minute. That leaf just feels too big. This one might even feel too big, but I can actually round that over that pearl right there, and I think that's gonna look okay. And then just add one of my smaller leaves. This is a really small one, which I like. And have it come out like that. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's glue these leaves down. So I'm going to put some glue all the way down the back of this, and I'm going to really almost cover the whole back of that leaf because I want to get it to form over that pearl. And I'm okay that I'm covering that pearl because it's actually serving a purpose for me right now, the way that it is. And I will be adding some additional pearls in here, so we are going to be A-okay. And you go just right there. And I'm wondering if I was to push that up under there. Yes. And I know I'm going in over those sparkly leaves. It's okay. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes I don't mind. Sometimes I do. But sometimes it's a necessary evil. And this time it's a necessary evil. Because sometimes there's just like little holes and things that you just have to cover up. You have to go over them so that they don't look silly. Okay, and this one's going to go forward. This way. And then we'll have this one go this way, just right on top of that leaf. Then, oh, I was going to use this, but I am not going to use it now because there is just no space for it. So next, let's see, do we need one more? I don't know, I'm kind of thinking, oh, that looks pretty right there, and it sits in there so well. It's almost like it was meant to be there, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Where did we? I forgot where I had it. Oh my goodness. And then I have another spot right here or right here. Just we'll decide in a minute. I think I need to cut this off a little bit. This needs to go this way, so let's see. We can either have that come out there. Let's see, where's the front? And that would be going towards the front. And I'm thinking maybe we need another one for this one, because it's not quite like the other one. So let's put some glue right in there. My puppy left me again. And then I think this one will go right in here. Like that. And here's the thing. I see an empty spot on this one and I don't like it. So once again, I'm using just one stamen here. I'm going to twist it, snip it, and I feel like I want it to go right in there. Well, it didn't go in quite far enough, so I'm going to have to snip it a little more. Let's go ahead and glue this one in real quick. I'm going to just pop some glue in there. Pop her in. And then pop some glue on this girl. And we are going to make her slide in right there. That's exactly where I want her. And then we got to glue this one in. And this one, again, we're just going to put the glue on the inside. Pop her in. And let her naturally just flow. Okay, so there's that. We have leaves in there. We need some pearls, right? Gotta have some pearls in there. So first things first, I think I'm going to use a big one right here in the center. Absolutely going to do that. Okay. Right there. And feel like I want one more pearl in there, and we'll use one of the littler ones. Okay, and now we're just going to be using these pearls, I think. Right there. And I'm usually pretty good with placement, you guys. I kind of always had a good eye for that. Now, here lately, I kind of feel like I'm not sure. I don't know what's happened to me, but I sometimes really second guess myself as to the placement of things, and it really bothers me because I've always been really good at that in the past. And so I feel like I'm kind of almost letting myself down when I feel like I can't decide where something should go. I think I'm going to put this one right there because it matches that applique very nicely. It's almost that exact same sort of pinkish purplish shade. And I like it there. And then we'll put one right back there. There's one. And you can barely see that one, but that's okay by me. And this one, honestly, I think we need a big white one right back in here. Or maybe we'll do this. We'll do a, I know there was two stuck together here. We're going to use these two. And we're going to pop those in first, right there. I'm going to grab a smaller one. And that will be our third pearl. So when I'm doing bigger settings, I like to do it in groupings of 3. Always, if you can, try and go with an odd number for your groupings because it almost always is going to look better to the eye. It's going to be more aesthetically pleasing. I promise you, it's true. And once you've done it a few times and you really see the difference, because when you go like with 4 pearls, I know for me, many times I would look at them and I'd go, gosh, and then I'd want to keep adding more and more and more until it got so crazy. I was adding so many pearls or whatever that it looked ridiculous because I had too many. And then I realized watching Lori and her 3-piece rule, I realized I had been doing it wrong the whole time. And once I learned that, I was like, oh my goodness, what a huge difference 1 piece makes. Now see, that 3 grouping didn't turn out the way I really wanted it to, and that's partially because of these stamens that are in there. but that's okay. You know what? I think I have to add another pearl in there because it's bothering me. Because it feels like I only have 2 pearls in there. Because one of them just kind of got hidden down below. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now we're going to add a couple of hearts. And do we want to add a bow? We have this bow, which kind of goes nicely with this. Although, again, I think the bow might be too much. Yeah, it's too much right now. We have to put less stuff on if we want to use a bow. So, but we do not have to do that if we want to use a couple of hearts. So, I'm going to place a heart right here. Well, let me clean this. There we go. So we're going to put one right there. We're going to put one right there. And I think I'm going to put one right there. I feel like I want one there. I don't know why. Don't ask me why, but I feel like I need one right there. So I'll grab one more. Glue strings, they're such a pain. There's one. Two. Oh, you're twisted around. I grabbed that one up wrong. These hearts are so small, sometimes they're hard to see when you grab them. But they're so pretty. One there. And when you use these rhinestone pickers, remember that they are wax, and you might have to, I'm going to face that one that way. You might have to, come off of there. Once everything is good and dry, you might have to wipe the tops of your rhinestones because some of that wax will sometimes get stuck on to the top of the rhinestone, but it wipes right off. So it won't hurt anything. It won't scratch it or anything like that. It's just wax. Okay, so there we go. Part of me feels, though, I'm sorry, you guys. I feel like I need to put one like right here to balance it out. Honestly, I'm feeling 2 more. Okay, that's it. But I do want to say, I've got some other rhinestones here, and I was planning on using some for these. come on. Oh, that one got messed up. That's why it's not looking right. It's got the gold on the top side and the bottom side. Okay, so this one I'm going to turn that away. And same thing with this one. We're going to go that away. Okay. Now, again, I'm just grabbing a piece of paper towel and I'm going to wipe ever so gently. That one was pretty good to begin with, so was that one. That one's good. And of course this is the one I did first, so it's probably not going to be happy with me touching it, because that B7000 has already started to stick. Okay, so that's this one. And yes, those hearts sparkle like diamonds. They really, truly do, you guys. And you'll see that when I get the other video done. So anyway, that is our first two compact mirrors done. So I think what I'm going to do, the rest of them are going to get done off camera. And then I will take pictures of all of them. And you guys can see what they look like. They will be in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these gorgeous little hunks of beauty, you can go to my Etsy shop and feel free to purchase one over there. They will be listed by the time this video goes up, at least the ones that I have done. If I don't have them all done, then of course there may be more to follow. But I'm so loving these that I know I'm going to want to get the other ones done. I think I am going to add 2 more leaves on this one because it feels kind of a little bit out of balance to me. So I am going to add right there, right between those embroidered leaves. And then I'm going to put a teeny tiny leaf. This is like super teeny tiny. Just a little bit off to the side, but I'm going to put it right on top of the other leaf. Like that. That way it won't take away from the embroidery. And this needs a trim. I might need to take my torch just to the edge of this right there, because it's just a little bit fuzzy. I think I got it all. Okay. Yep, we got it all. So, okay guys, so this is our second compact. So these are the 2 that I have done, plus the one I did yesterday. And so this is what we have done so far. You cannot say these are not gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I didn't choose to put these kind of pearls on this one because I had more of the stamen and I just kind of felt like it didn't need it, and I didn't want to be covering up all of that whole pretty applique piece that's on there. So this is the way I chose to do that one. So gorgeous, aren't they? So thanks a lot for watching, you guys. God bless each and every one of you. I appreciate you so much. And please, if you will, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and the notification bell so that you'll get notified when I do new videos. Try to put out two videos per week. I did have a short stint there where I took about 6 weeks off to do some reorganizing and so forth, and I'm back with a vengeance now, so I'm trying to make sure that I get at least one video on the weekends, but most of the time it's going to be 2. And I'm enjoying myself. Oh, you guys, doing this with a much more organized space is like heaven. So I appreciate you guys for coming back. I am having to work my way back because there are some of you that have not been back yet. And so I'm really struggling with that. Part of me is mad at myself for taking the time off, but I, honest to goodness, between needing to restructure my space and needing to breathe for a minute, spiritually, mentally, I was exhausted, and I felt that I needed to take a little bit of time off. So that was a piece of it as well. I'm not gonna lie, I have to be honest. I did have to take a little bit of time off, but I am good to go now, you guys. So please, 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 if you know anybody that has been a subscriber to my channel that has kind of stopped watching and doesn't know I'm back, would you please let them know I'm back? And I'm posting again on Happy Birds Glitter Nest, and reminding you guys to get over to Birds Place 21. There will be a link to her Facebook page down below in the description menu. There will be links to the clay, the foam clay that I use in this video, as well as, let's see, I don't know if now Birds Place 21 is where I get these paper flowers, so you want to keep a note of that. Some of these laces and things you can get on Amazon. I'll try and find the links to the various colors. This comes in pink, white, and beige, and I think like a goldish color. And then the stamens, you can order those in batches of all different colors or just one color, what have you, on Amazon. I'll get a link to that. This beautiful seam binding ribbon I got as a gift from my friend Robin. She sent this to me in Happy Mail, and I believe she got this on Etsy. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get you a link to that right now. Maybe in the future though. And I am going to try and find some more. She was just a darling and knew that I needed some seam binding, and this is my favorite. And so she sent me some in all different colors. It's so beautiful. Let me show you guys. But she sent me, it came with 2 packages. And look at all those colors I got, you guys. And it's already kind of curled and scrunchy, which is the way I like it. I like it scrunched up. So I've already got that going on. So yeah, I'm in business here. So please, please, please come back. Hit the hype button, you guys. Please, please, please hit the hype button. I would be so eternally grateful to you if you'd do that. And again, like, share, tell your friends, and come back next time. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to others, and you know, just live life, guys. Live life to the fullest and enjoy everything. And I hope you will try this craft. And I hope if you go to the Dollar Tree that they still have these compact mirrors, because they are amazing to work with. I think if I had to say now, I think I like these better than the ones that I was getting from Michael's, which are these ones are the ones that I used to get from Michael's. They quit selling these though. Don't know if they ever got them back in stock or not, but I like these better. So I'm hoping that I can get more of these from the Dollar Tree, because I intend to make more. Absolutely 100% going to make more of these. So God bless each and every one of you. I love you all. Love, hug, squeeze your families, kiss them, tell them you love them every single day if you can. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Love you. God bless.